Hey, it's Jen Vax with YourColorStyle.com. This is a color analysis that I did for a VIP color analysis customer. She has given me permission to share her case study on YouTube. So this video is a portion of that recorded live call.
You clearly have an olive skin tone. And what that means, for anybody who doesn't really understand what olive skin tone means, it can come across tan, but I also have met a few women that are fair like me, but also have olive skin tone. And what it really kind of means is that you have sort of a mix of warm and cool, like blue and yellow. Basically, olive is green, right? So it's blue and yellow tones that kind of make you feel neutral. And it can throw some of the colors off, even the ones that are going to be in your color palette. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But it can also be confusing because some people who are olive are very warm, and some can be very cool, and some just are so neutral that it's really hard to tell. For you, Joanna, after draping you, I feel pretty confident you are one type, not in between, which some people who have your coloring can actually be kind of in between, and it's really, really confusing. Now, this is the photo that you gave me. You gave me several. Thank you. They all kind of had about similar lighting, so I picked this one. And then I adjusted it a tiny bit, not a lot, but I brightened it up a little bit so we could see your face, because there's a lot of shadows here. And I don't even know if I took any yellow out. I don't think I did. I think I left it just as is, because all the white around here seemed kind of right. I might have adjusted it a tiny bit looking at the different, but it was like a hair. It was just like, because I'm weird that way. But so we're going to use this photo here. Okay. I feel like this is just a little bit more accurate than this over here. I hope so. This is the one we're going to use. So, all right. So bright and cool on the left and bright and warm on the right. Right away, I noticed that the bright and cool isn't right. You look almost the opposite. Your eyes have this really beautiful golden kind of quality to them that reads warm to me. I've seen people with cooler undertones that have similar eyes, but this doesn't feel right to me at all. On the right, with the tomato reds, the bright and warm, it's better. I'm still not in love with this, but I'm definitely feeling like this is not true. So bright and cool, I almost want to just eliminate right away. Just doesn't feel right. When we look at the softs, I feel the same way about soft and cool. You look the opposite of these colors. It should be much more harmonious, or kind of looks good before we go a little deeper in the draping. Where on the right, I feel like we are definitely looking at warm undertones. So it's between the two, right? It's between bright and warm and soft and warm. And hold on a second, I have to peek at my notes because, okay, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I did these drapings because I forget what I've done. So which is it, right? Which is it? Is it bright or is it soft? And I played around with this for a while because I did not put all of the things that I did into this deck because it's redundant after a while. But I put her in the bright and warm and medium, the bright and warm first, bright, warm and medium, and bright, warm and deep, because she's got very deep hair. And here's the thing, I think the bright colors don't fit. It's not that you can't wear brighter colors. You have the deep hair, and deep individuals definitely have more of a tolerance of wearing some brighter colors. So it's not that you shouldn't or can't, but I don't know. I'm feeling like the soft, warm palettes are a little bit more harmonious with you. Like this mustard yellow that picks up the colors in your eyes so beautifully. Where when I look at you on bright, I almost see the bright colors first. And you should be able to rock a really bright lip if you were bright, warm, and medium, especially with your deep hair. But I'm really feeling like your main palette is soft, warm, and deep. And then you can always wear some brighter colors when you feel like it. It's not like you can't, but I'm thinking for like your foundation, it is soft, warm, and deep. How do you feel about that?
You you definitely hit it on the nail that it has been crazy confusing to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Does this
I,
look
I
okay? Does this
it
feel
does look
right?
okay, and it feels very calming.
Yeah.
Um, it is also very surprising because I like maybe have one thing in my wardrobe that fits within that palette, but like that's the only one.
Well, you know what? So,
Oh,
what would be
what is?
fun just to make sure, right? Because I'm looking at a photo and
Yeah.
everybody knows that every once in a while I get it wrong because of the photo or because of whatever. So, post a couple photos into our private Facebook group, not the big public one, our members one, with the clothes that you really like that you have in your closet, and let me look at those too, just before you go and invest in your color palettes and that kind of stuff, right? Because I want to make sure that we're right before you go off. So if you have mostly cooler colors, let's take a look at those, like with you wearing them in a photo, like couple selfies, just to be sure. Okay, are you willing to do that in the group?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
yeah, that would just help me just make sure. Because also I've also noticed with people with olive skin tone, when they take photos, they seem warmer. I don't, maybe because most photos get a little bit of yellow cast or something to it and they feel a little warmer. The other thing is that's going to probably confuse you, and you may have already noticed, is that some of the greens probably don't feel good on you or look that
At
great,
all.
and not at all. And that is because of your olive skin. So the colors that are going to look amazing on you are the colors that are going to be opposite green on the color wheel. So reds, pinks, whether it's going to be warm reds or we discover you're cool, it's cool, cool reds, pinks. Red is going to be amazing because it's going to balance out and neutralize the green. If you wore green, it's going to enhance the green, and it probably doesn't make you feel great. It probably makes you look a little
Like the
tired, to be honest. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're looking at your colors and your color palette and there's just a couple that just don't feel right, it might be because olive skin tone is just a little bit unique in that you need a little bit of a balance from it. So some colors are going to enhance that green and tip it one way versus the other. So you're going to want to be over on the opposite side of the color wheel. Okay, so that's why purples are not necessarily a no-go for bright and warm. By the way, purples are going to look amazing on you. Reds are going to look great. I would even say some of the oranges and stuff are going to look really, really good on you too. Okay, and like obviously this little mustard, because it picks up the colors in your eyes. After that, as you start tipping towards green, is when it might feel there's a range in there that might not feel great.
Yep.
Okay.
You have just watched an online color analysis provided by our VIP color analysis service. If you would like to finally learn what your most flattering color palette is, then this VIP service is for you. Visit yourcolorstyle.com/VIP. That's yourcolorstyle.com/VIP. Would you like to learn how to do this yourself? Your Color Style offers a professional certification program that teaches you how to do online color analysis for yourself and for women and men around the world. Visit yourcolorstyle.com/pro to learn all about our professional certification program. I'm Jen Vax, and thank you so much for watching.